How to complete your Belbin report. If you've purchased a report for yourself or been requested to complete one through your organisation, you'll receive an email from Belbin. Open the email and you'll either have some generic instructions from the Belbin system or a personalised email message from your Belbin administrator. Have a read of these instructions before you get started. You have a link in the email which will take you to your unique Belbin page. Do not share this link with anyone, as it will only allow one person to complete a Belbin report. Click on the link to get started, and the first page you come to will be your Belbin homepage. Once you have completed your self-perception inventory, you'll be able to return to this page in order to request observer feedback and also check on the progress of your observers. At the top, you have a link to some further, more detailed instructions and FAQs. Below this, you have a link to some more information about Belbin and the Belbin Reports, and below this is a link to complete your SPI. At the bottom is the link to request observer feedback. This link will remain inactive until after you have completed your Belbin SPI. Click on the SPI link to begin the process of completing your inventory. Please note that you need to complete and submit all sections in one sitting. You cannot save a partially completed SPI. You may have the option of completing the SPI in another language. If so, you'll be able to select this here. Click Next to go to the next step. The SPI is made up of 8 sections. Each section has a number of statements, and within each section you need to allocate points to the statements based on how well you believe they apply to you. You have 10 points to allocate per section. You allocate more points to statements that you feel strongly apply to you, and you must allocate all 10 points for each section. In this example, you can see that the 10 points have been distributed between 3 statements, 1 which applies quite strongly and 2 which apply less strongly. And in this example, you can see that the 10 points have been equally allocated to 2 statements which apply to the individual equally. As you can see, you do not need to allocate points to each and every statement in a section, only those you feel apply. If this so happens to be one statement, or even all 10 of them, then that's okay, but please try not to allocate points in this way too many times, as it may prevent your data from being successfully analysed. Once completed, your Belbin report will be generated and sent to either yourself or your administrator, or both of you. So don't be alarmed if you don't receive your report straight away. Your administrator may have requested the report is sent to them initially. You can view a sample report so you know what to expect when you receive yours by clicking here. And if you would like to know more about our privacy policy, you can click here. Please be assured that we store your data securely and will never share your details. Now you know how it all works and we've covered the boring bits, you can get started. Click Next. Enter your personal details and then click Next. As explained earlier, allocate your 10 points for the section to the statements that you feel strongly apply to you. You can check the total that you've allocated here at the bottom, and when you're happy you can click Submit. Repeat the same process for each of the 8 sections. You can click on the previous button if you'd like to go back to a previous section and review your allocation of points. Once you have completed the 8 sections, you'll be able to review them. On this page, it will show you if any of the sections don't add up to 10, and you can use the previous button to go back and navigate back to the section in question. When all sections are completed correctly, you'll be able to click on the Submit button. You'll see that the confirmation screen telling you that your submission has been successful. On this screen, you'll have a link to request observer feedback. You'll have details of your Belbin administrator and also a request to help us with some additional information. You can navigate away from this page if you do not wish to add observers now or help us with our research. To get started collecting observer feedback straight away, click here. You'll be taken to your Belbin page and you just need to click on the Ask Others for Feedback link, which is now active. In the white box at the top, you have the opportunity to personalise the message that is sent to your observers. If you do not wish to add a personal message, that's fine, just leave the box blank. All you need to do next is type in the email addresses of your chosen observers and click Submit. You need at least 4 observers to generate a full Belbin report, and if you do not want to add all your observer email addresses at once, you can return to this page and add them all later. Should you change your mind about an observer, just remove their email address and type in a new one. But it might be a good idea to let them know that you no longer require them to observe you. Should you need to remind any observers, you can do so from this page by ticking the individual boxes or by clicking on the Remind All button and then Submit. Clicking Home will return you to your Belbin page, and you can come back here at any time to see how your observers are getting on. If you need any further help, you can give the Belbin team a call on +44 1223 264 975. You can email us on team@belbin.com, or you can visit www.belbin.com for further useful information and videos.